I'm a volunteer. I live in Roswell.
Okay.
So do you know we have another election coming up,
Yes.
June 20th?
For the first time in her life, Mary Danielic is actively participating in politics. A working suburban mom, she's hustling after hours to flip the 6th district in Georgia and turn it blue by electing Democrat Jon Ossoff.
He's very much into civil rights, non-discrimination, you know.
But across town, many of her neighbors are passionate about keeping the 6th red.
Karen says, thanks for your support and confidence. Then she gave us an invitation to have lunch when Pence came to visit.
Diane Poland, a grandmother and Georgia native, is a lifelong conservative, concerned about poor public schools and rising health care costs.
So many people seem to not be able to have good health care. But Obamacare was not the answer. I mean, come on, you can't even afford that.
She's been unable to knock on doors due to a recent knee replacement, but she painted a shrub cover to encourage her neighbors to vote for Republican Karen Handel.
So have you ever made a sign like that before?
No. I wanted to know there are people on this street and in this neighborhood that want the Republican vote out.
In the high-stakes special election that's playing out across the manicured lawns and quaint tree-lined streets of suburban Atlanta, these women fall on opposite ends of the political spectrum. But they're activated for a common cause, to make a statement about President Donald Trump.
Since Trump won, I really have hopes for this country.
I never did anything before the Trump election.
Me neither.
And now can you go back?
I can't.
Me neither.
No,
I can't go back.
Following the 2016 presidential election, Mary participated in the Women's March and then joined a women's organization called Pave It Blue.
This activist group will have poster making parties. And they had some last night, so some of those women last night had posters. So we start to know what works and what doesn't work.
Now she's speaking up for progressive candidates like Ossoff and speaking out against President Trump.
I mean, I never thought it would happen. And so I did nothing but vote before this. And so I can't just sit back and watch rights go away for LGBT or immigrants or Muslims or women.
It's no secret that Trump is a polarizing politician in this educated, wealthy, and historically red district. He won it by just 1.5 points in November. Democrats see Trump's low approval rating as an opening.
I think it's time for some fresh leadership.
Republicans fear the drama in Washington will cost them a seat they've held for more than 3 decades.
I am very adept at how we need to develop policy and find that sweet spot where we can all agree.
I just wish he'd stay off that computer. It's so frustrating.
What do you like about President Trump?
I think he's honest. After Clinton and Obama, unfortunately, it's good to hear somebody say, this is the way it is and this is true.
And are you worried about this district swinging?
Yes.
Coming on the heels of a bitter national election, the race to replace Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price has become a referendum on the president, possibly foreshadowing future proxy battles in the 2018 midterms. Garnering intense national interest and a flood of donations from across the country, it's officially the most expensive House race in U.S. history, with ad spending alone reportedly exceeding $40 million.
I kept a pile of these. It was amazing. You know, we're not Iowa. We're not used to this, right?
So every day when they come in, I look them over and then I just shove them down into here.
Why'd you save them? Just for fun?
Yeah, I thought I'd have a bonfire.
After being bombarded with mail, ads, and phone calls for months, 6th District voters will finally have a new representative on Tuesday, and another election result to stew over until 2018. What statement will it make if Ossoff does win?
That we aren't happy with the politics going on in Washington, D.C.
What statement would it make if Handel loses? What would it say about Georgia?
It can be bought.